Hey YouTube, this is MindTech. Welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be talking about the audio setup that I have developed over the past few months. I'm really happy with the result that I have right now. I just want to talk about what I've done to make it the way it is, what products I use. You know what? Let's just start. So, the main guy of the show,
or gal, I don't know.
Guy or girl, because I don't know what it is in Spanish.
Oh my god, I just probably
star of the show is the Behringer Xenix 802 mixer board, which mixes everything together. First of all, it boosts the audio very well. So let's just say you have a cord that plugs into input from the computer, and then you push that through your headphones. You can turn up all the knobs so high that the audio that is getting pushed to your headphones is
so loud.
It is just amazing. Also, it has lots of ports on the mixer board itself, so you can plug in many different audio devices. I believe it's 2 auxiliary devices and 2 different XLR devices, which is, ample amount for what I do on this YouTube channel and on my voiceover stuff. You also have different options on the mixer board to change different frequencies. There's a mic gain level change, and there's real-time audio monitoring, which is very useful for me because I just plug in my headphones
And there,
I can hear me when I'm streaming or doing voiceovers. I can hear Java from Mama when she's talking. Also, there is phantom power for microphones, which means, some microphones, especially mine, the Rode NT1A, does require phantom power.
It just needs a bit more juice
To push all of those audio thingies to your ears. So that's one reason why I didn't get the cheaper 402, I believe. That's why I bumped up to the 802. One of the cons is that it does not have a USB interface. You cannot connect it to your computer, which means that you have to take the main out of the whole mixer board, and you have to use an aux cable. It's an analog signal, and you have to push that into your microphone line in on the back of your computer, which can create a lot of static. It is not the most elegant way to do things.
that's what you gotta do.
When you're in the business and you don't spend a lot of money. And not a lot of money did I spend. It was only $60 for this mixer board, which I think for 60 bucks, it's a great value. It does what it needs to get done, although it might be a bit noisy. I'm still pretty happy with
The
it.
next item that I have
Are the Audio-Technica ATH-M40Xs. I do have an unboxing video right here of those.
I love them.
Like, seriously. First of all, they're very light. That means I can have them on my head for a very long time, not even notice they're there. They're also easy to put into your bag. You can fold them down. You can fold them like this, or like that, or...
fold them any way you want.
And they're also very comfortable because they have very soft padding.
All over the place.
There's even soft padding in here, and they give
Extremely
high quality sound. Like,
Very good.
I believe there's around $100 for these headphones. The audio quality is crisp, clear, very good
bass.
and they do get very loud without distortion, which means that I can crank them up on the mixer board and it isn't like, what is that sound? They do provide very long, high-quality cables.
Like, seriously.
This is from all the way over on the other side of the room, and I can push this all the way over because it has a high-quality coil cable. It also comes with a straight one. I took that off because I like it to be able to collapse down when I'm listening on my cell phone. One thing to also note is that it comes with a studio adapter,
This right here.
which means that I can plug it into my mixer board easily. I can plug it into a mixer board at a studio.
Let's see.
You can just simply screw it off, and you can screw it back on. Just don't lose it. I know that you're probably gonna lose it if you're me.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So hopefully I don't do that.
And finally, they are what we consider in the business reference headphones, which means it is exactly the way that the artist intended it to sound. So, if you're into exactly what Billy Joel wanted Piano Man to sound
Back in the 70s.
Well, you got that.
with the NT1As.
Really?
The M40Xs, one of the primary components to having an audio recording setup.
Is the microphone itself.
Like, how else are you supposed to record without a mic?
So I chose the NT1A from Rode Microphones. They're a company from the land down under. So you know that you already got good sound quality coming from them. It's an extremely quiet microphone, which means that other than the static, like I mentioned before, it does not pick up a lot of background noise. It's not like having any internal mechanism sounds that you can pick up through like the...
Most detailed headphones in the world.
So very good there. It picks up a lot of detail also. This microphone is placed very far away from where I'm actually talking, but it still picks up all the detail of my voice, which is a big plus. Like when I'm streaming, Drama for Mom will be on
The other side of the room.
but you can still hear her perfectly fine. It is like a mono-directional,
I believe.
for the taco.
From the taco.
From the top of the microphone, you can have all the audio and it picks it up.
Wonder if they...
But from the bottom, it actually silences it out. So if you're just trying to record one thing and you don't want
all of the room,
and that might be a minus for some of you, but certainly not for me because all I'm doing is some voice work. And you can always tell what the direction is because of the signature golden
thingy.
So one of the negatives is that it is easy if you scream into it, just like any other microphone. It does peak. I know when I first got it, I think some of the levels were turned up a bit too high.
Because I didn't know what I was doing.
And it kind of just
Was a big...
Beep shows.
like if it goes too high, it actually just stops recording. So that might be something
Bad.
But for $100, which I got it for, it's usually around $200, $220.
New.
I got it for $100 on eBay. It was a deal.
A really good deal.
I just absolutely loved it. Some other things that I'd like to mention is that I do record off of a separate computer. Usually, I just record off of my main computer, but
That makes too much noise.
so I actually set up this other computer that's passively cool because the processor's just so darn slow. I turn the AC off also when I'm recording, so I don't want that fan noise. And I also use a pair of old speakers when I'm on the recording computer because I don't have to plug in my headphones, and it's a lot easier. Usually when I'm working on this computer, I switch on for Mama to record a voiceover. And I'd also like to note, if I don't have my headphones on my main computer, I do have a monitor that has a set of speakers,
They're pretty bad.
but it gets the job done. So I'm gonna play some audio samples for you of the NT1A.
said Susan, who invariably launched a telephone session with this command. And to begin, tell why you were flirting with Jerry Roth. Like Bobby, Jerry Roth was a school basketball star. Good grief, I wasn't flirting. You mean because we were holding hands? He just came backstage during the show and I was so nervous he held my hand.
So the way that I've had to set this up was with these cables that have a right channel and a left channel, and then it all sticks together into the mixer board. So it all can be mixed together, and then I can bring all of that output out with the main out port, and it's awesome and it's amazing. I gotta do it so I can record. So here's the computer that I use to record all of my audio. I'm going to plug the microphone in here so we can record off of that. And on my main computer, I'm going to plug the other microphone into the port
So I can hear my audios.
I'm also going to plug in my speakers so I can hear the audio that I recorded off of this computer. So now on the mixer board, I'm going to plug in on the first available port for regular sound. I'm going to plug in my computer audio, and then I'm going to plug in for recording the main out because I want everything to come
Out of here.
onto the box. And for my other available
Regular port.
I'm just going to plug in another one of these cables just so if I wanted to connect my phone or any other audio device,
I can.
And it'll be great.
and finally, where there's an XLR port right here, I'm going to plug in a cable so I can get the audio from my microphone out to here onto the computer. I'm going to plug in my NT1A microphone.
Right here.
Get it right in there.
There you go. And the last thing to do,
That's not the power.
Ah, there we go.
so the last thing to do is plug in the power so that we can actually power up all of the devices. And I'm also going to press this phantom power button because my NT1A does require a bit more power. And finally, I'm just going to crank up the level for the microphone.
So it can actually be heard.
I'm going to crank up the level for my phone's monitoring so I can hear what's going on. And I'm also going to turn up the volume on my computer. And the last thing to do, guys, is to plug in my phones right here on the phones port so I can hear what's going on. And that sounds...
Okay, that doesn't work.
And also remember to turn on the main mix because this is everything that's going on.
I forgot to do that.
And everything is working wonderfully.
I'm happy.
So guys, that was my audio setup. I'll list all the parts I have down below in the description. Hope you enjoyed this video. So I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye for now.